Like he'd pick up the phone, he'd be involved in, talking to you and your friends. Like he was there in these very pivotal moments that felt like almost professional support from him, of course, based on his intelligence and background as well. But it sounds like that evolved to a much more emotive, intimate space. Like what does that look like for a father and a son across all those years?
And when I was going off to college, I'd call my parents every couple of weeks, but, you couldn't like text and send photos. And so, but I always knew, that they were supportive. And so I actually got into a little bit of trouble where I'd taken my colleagues into the computer center and done some of the early Microsoft Basic work. And the college, as they filled position to supervise that computer center, were like, wow, did you break the rules? And, my dad was always so kind of wise, whenever it was like, oh my God, I may have screwed up here. I better get on top of this. That's a time where I call him in and his advice is very helpful. Then later we have a customer who's not paying us, and our very first customer, another case where my dad encouraged me to stay the course. So it wasn't in those days that I talked to him a lot, but that when I was in trouble, he was the one person, who was so sophisticated and, on my side, that his advice really did help me at a lot of key turning points. And, then later when we have a relationship where we actually talk intimately, I was able to thank him for that.